Hey boys and girls, today we will be finding equivalent fractions so I can see which fractions have equivalent value, which is what equivalent means. And I'll know I have it when I can identify equivalent fractions. So equivalent, like I said, means equivalent value. So for example, 1/2 has the same value of 3/6. So which two fractions are equivalent to the model is the thing I have here. And the first thing that I need to do is first I need to identify what do I have shaded here. So I've got 1, 2, 3 pieces. So that's my denominator. That's my total pieces. And my numerator, how many pieces have been shaded, have been 1. So I have 1 out of 3, or 1/3. Now when I'm trying to find equivalent fractions, I like to do this little box type thing. Kind of looks like a fraction or a division box, but it's a little different. I am going to put this into 5 different parts, and I am going to multiply my fraction by 2, by 3, by 4, and by 5. The beautiful thing about fractions is I can multiply them, and as long as I multiply the numerator and the denominator by the same number, it doesn't change the value, which is exactly what equivalent fractions mean. So I'm going to multiply my numerator. 1 times 2 is 2. Now I'm multiplying my denominator. 2 times 3 is 6. Now I move over. So I'm doing 3 times 1. It's going to give me 3. And 3 times 3 is 9. 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 3 is 12. And 5 times 1 is 5. 5 times 3 is 15. So now I know that all of these fractions, 2/6, 3/9, 4/12, 5/15, all have the same value as 1/3. All that's left here is to go back and figure out which one are equivalent to my 1/3. So is 2/6 on my chart? Yes it is, it's right here, so that is correct. 2/3. Well, 2/3, I see my denominator of third is right here, so that is not correct. 3/9, I see it right there. And 1/2, that denominator is nowhere on the bottom, so that is not correct. So 2/6 and 3/9 are both equivalent to 1/3. They have the same value. So on this one, I want you to tell me which fraction is equivalent to 3/5. Figure those ones out, and then we'll discuss. Okay, so I have my 3/5. I'm going to do my little box, make sure I have 5 different sections. So this is my times 2, times 3, times 4, times 5. I even gave myself an extra one, times 6. So I'm multiplying both my top and my bottom by 2, 6/10, because I did 3 times 2 and 2 times 5. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 5 is 15. 4 times 3 is 12. 4 times 5 is 20. 5 times 3 is 15. 5 times 5 is 25. 6 times 3 is 18. 6 times 5 is 30. So now I'm looking back. So is 1/10 on my chart? No, it is not. Is 3/8 on my chart? No, it is not. Is 5/6 on my chart? No, it is not. Is 6/10 on my chart? Well, it's right here. So I know that 6/10 and 3/5 both have the same value, which makes sense. If I have a bar, 2 bars, maybe this is broken into 5 pieces. This one is broken into 10 pieces. So I've got 3 of these pieces shaded in, and I've got 6 of those pieces shaded in. Drawing fractions aren't always the best way to express equivalent, and that's not how I recommend you doing it, but I can prove to myself that they are equivalent. And that brings us to our bring back to school problem. So I want to know which 2 fractions are equivalent to 1/4. So make your little chart and figure it out, and this is what I'll be looking for, and I'll talk to you in the morning.